Hello, hello, hello. I'm in the kitchen. Just going to boil up the kettle. Got a frying pan here. Don't need to put any oil or anything because there's oil. Remember, if you guys watched the previous videos before I delete them to make room for more newer content on TikTok, which I also share, of course, to YouTube. This mixture that I prepared has already got sun-dried tomato oil, so that's why there's no need. We're just going to add semi-lukewarm filtered water into this frying pan, not a lot, and continue to oil that. We'll let that get really, really hot till you really see it, bubbling, and then I'll chuck that in, let it cook. That reminds me, I'm just going to put it to the fridge here. The hot dogs that are pre-chopped and put that aside just in case I want to make myself another cuppa, so while I'm cooking I can have a nice hot beverage. That's just in case I might change my mind. Just let that continue. I'll be back in a second. Now I've currently got my potatoes in the microwave, so I'm sort of multitasking. I'm pre-making the mashed potato, and then I'm going to have it sitting in the bowl on one side of the bowl, and then I'm going to do like the baked bean mixture. This is nearly ready for this to go in, and I'm just going to wait a tad longer. So I'll be back shortly. Okay, got the wooden spoon. Now it's time for it to go in, and then you slowly cook this, give it a good mix, and let that really do its thing. And yeah, it smells insane. I just put it in and it smells absolutely beautiful. We're just going to let that sizzle and do its thing. Make sure I get every little bit out of this bowl. Don't leave anything behind. It's very crucial that I get every drop in here. Okay, let that cook. Let that do its thing. Oh, yes. And don't you worry, guys, at the end I will show you what it looks like in the bowl once I've served it all up. So I'm going to let that sit and do its thing, and I'll be back soon. I'll just pause this. Okay, I am back. The cream of chive mashed potato with salt, pepper, a little bit of cream is already cooked. This is still going. I've just got to add a little bit more hot water. Just let that keep reducing down, and once the onions are completely at the consistency that I want, that's when I put in the hot dogs and then add a little bit more water. Let that continue to cook and simmer through and whatever, because that's when I have to liven down the temperature a bit. And then I add in the baked beans and let that cook for a little bit, and then I have this once a week religiously for dinner. The days change each week. It's not always the same day. I tend to, when I'm stressed or I've got too much going on, I tend to not eat properly. I eat very minimal amounts of food. So tonight, hasn't really been a stressful day today. So obviously I'm going to eat reasonably normally today. Oh, it smells beautiful. Oh, dear heavens. No, honestly, it smells lovely. And sometimes when I cook, the smells also make me feel full. It's like a psychological thing. So that's another reason why sometimes my appetite becomes suppressed, especially when I'm cooking lunch or cooking dinner. I might not eat straight away. It's because the smells alone make me feel full. Especially when you're a reasonably pretty good cook and you learnt from the best, which I practically learnt from my father. Because he is a chef. He knows how to cook. He's done everything. He's excellent with baking and stuff like that as well. And I've learnt from him, so I'm a pretty good cook. I haven't had any complaints about my cooking most of the time. So, yeah. I used to cook for my friends, other family members when they were, you know, reasonable back in the day. And one of our family members turned on us. And because my uncle, that's who I'm practically talking about, turned on us, I don't trust him. So there's nothing he can ever say or do that's going to make me trust him again. Because he completely flipped the script on us for no real good reason, without him being open and honest about everything. He, you know, he's a man that, you know, practically whinges and whines about integrity when he seems to act like he's got no integrity. You know what I mean? Fucking weird, but yeah. Gee, very steamy. Have to blow on it. Just let that continue to cook. I might line it down. There's 2 nodges. Pretty soon the hot dogs are going. And then I also add a little bit of cream to this towards the end as well, but not too much. Because there's cream in the mashed potatoes, so you don't want to put too much in the actual main, you know, sauce component. Just a tablespoon of cream is all it needs. Just give it another good stirring. Yeah, I'll be back. Just going to pause it briefly. I'll be back. Okay, we're still going. Very soon I shall add in the pre-chopped 2 Don hot dog footy franks, skinless of course, and I'll add them in very soon. I'll be back. I've got to prepare the baked beans, half a small 300 gram tin. I'll be back. Okay, now it's time to add in the sliced hot dogs that have already been pre-sliced in this seal bag. Then add hot water, filtered of course from the kettle, and then you let this reduce and give it a chance for it to cook and to puff up the hot dogs, because they got to cook right through. And it also infuses, it soaks up some of the herbs and the spices as well, so you're infusing the hot dogs, and that's what really makes this meal insane. That's why it's always best to pre-cut them, make sure they're thawed. Yeah, so there you go, and we'll let that do its thing, let it sit for a while. And we shall come back soon.